Okay, guys, we're down here in my little makeshift shop here under my carport that's closed in on three sides. We've got the stump grinder down here. Let me stop long enough to say good morning. Thank you for watching, tuning in. If you're subscribed, thank you for that. If you're not, please do subscribe. Help support the channel so I make more interesting videos more possible. So back in here, this hitch on this thing is all messed up. It's all hinky when I got it. You can see it's all bent around here. They had it welded. So I cut the welds here and here and here. I cut some off here and here, but I don't think that's going to be enough to get it off. I'm not real sure how I'm going to play this, but I thought I'd go ahead and start making a video. I can find a place to put this phone so that y'all can see what I'm doing here. Let me see if I can get it set up right here to where you can see over there. Okay. Make it a little bit bigger here. Let's see. Can't zoom in or out for this mode. Okay. Well, right now, guys, that's the only place I've got to set it up. Sorry that it's so far away. Now, I ain't got my big hammer down here, so I just don't believe that's gonna work. Don't believe that's gonna work whatsoever. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this now. Okay, so that's cut loose back here, looks like. Right back a little more on that side, maybe. Let's cut a little more on the other side. Looks like it might not be cut good on this side. You already see some sparks fly. Alright. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna have to do here. Let's bring you over here where you can see a little bit better. I want to show you what I'm looking at here. I am looking up under here, and I can do it better this way while you guys are looking to see, is there any more welds right through here? And I'm not seeing any on that side. I'm not sure. I don't think that's a weld. I think that's just dirt and stuff that's crammed up in there. So anyway, that there is what I'm looking at. Now we can see a little bit better. Yeah. I need to take this piece off. For the most part, that's good enough right there that it should have come out. I believe that right there should have come out too. That down through there looks like it cut pretty good loose. Maybe that ain't all the way through right there. I don't know. Hey, you know, don't roast me too bad in the comments. I'm 60-year-old. This is just something I do for a hobby. I'm not a professional by no means. So whatever you do, if you do it, don't do it because I done it. Because that could get you hurt. I'm just me out here in my little shop, or so whatever you want to call it. It's a carport with tin on it. That's the closest thing I've got to a shop. However, there may be one coming in the future. We ain't decided on that yet. I got my wife on board with it, but I've not made up my mind yet whether that's gonna happen or not. Got a lot of money to go in debt for, and I just don't know if I want to do it or not. Anyways, let's go back to cutting some more. Here we are again. I'll bring you back over here and show you what I'm doing. There's a couple of places I believe they welded a hole right here. And there's a hole here and one here. And you can see I cut the top of the welds off. But I can't get down in there to get the rest of mine. On this side, there's it looked like it used to be a hole here and one here where they welded through it. Not sure what I'm gonna do about that, but just to make sure that what I thought it was, I went ahead and cut around through here, through here, and through here to try to see if maybe that was holding more than I thought. And I don't believe it was, because it's still solid, like it ain't been cut. So I may end up having to take the grinder and grinding that all the way out. I'm not sure. Not sure. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay. You guys hang tight. I'll be right back. Okay, now what I've done here is went and got a bag of tools. See if I can figure out what it's going to take to get this thing here out of here. Okay, matrix, I didn't even look to see what it was. No, that ain't it. That's a 5/8. Alright, I'm just guessing now, guys. Laminating. I'll be honest with you. I ain't done a lot of wrenching in the last couple of years. I had shoulder surgery. I just wasn't able to do a whole lot. And then didn't have nobody to do it with, and it ain't near as fun when you're trying to do it by yourself. You know what? I believe I figured out the size. It's a 3/4, just like I thought it was. We'll use the spark plug socket. Got old arthritis in the hands. It don't help none trying to be a mechanic either. Yeah. Trying to hold a wrench with arthritis is like trying to hold your breath for too long underwater. Don't work very well. Anyway, we get this right here. There. Well, there's that. Well, guys. That didn't take too long. Wasn't too bad of a job. Just taking that part out. If the rest of it was just that easy, we'd have it made, wouldn't we? Wouldn't be much of a video, would it? Much of a video at all. Here's the part that come out of there. That's your hitch part. That goes, well, I got that upside down. Goes the other way. When you pull that, it pulls it up against the ball. Keep it from coming off. On another note, one of my other projects right here, a little greenhouse I bought from Harbor Freight. It's very small, but it is a walk-in. It's big enough I can walk in it and I can stand up. And my head is not at the top yet. Unless I get to the side. And see, I have to reach above my head actually. But here's some corn seeds I planted. I know it looks like they're lacking soil. That's because they are. But there's a reason for that. When I first put it out, I put it outside, right up here toward the back of the house. Put it right over there, right in that area beside that green bucket, between it and that pipe right there. Well, I had it weighed it down with a concrete block, and I thought that it would be all right. Well, I was wrong. The wind come through, dumped all of my stuff out, pulled the greenhouse apart. It didn't break nothing, thank goodness, but pulled all my stuff apart. So I put it back together. Then I moved it around here next to where that shelf's sitting in that corner. I thought, well, that'll block the wind from that side. As far as from the front to the back of the house, the wind usually ain't that bad. Well, no, that didn't work either. Come out here a couple of days later, we had some wind. The greenhouse was laying right around here. And mind all my junk back here. I'm in the process of cleaning up. But yeah, so I put it back together and I brought it down here and put it under my carport. It still gets some of the evening sun. I painted the back of it white though. So every time I've tried to plant something out here, the evening sun would absolutely roast it. I mean, it would be doing good, and the evening sun would come along, and it would it would dry it out. It would cook it right on the stalk. Corn, whatever, it didn't matter. I couldn't keep nothing back here. It growed good, and everything went good. So it started getting hotter, and the evening sun come out. The evening sun done a number on everything I had. And I ended up having to dig it all up, throw it away. Because it wasn't no good. It was burnt to a crisp on the stalk. Man can't eat nothing like that. Alright, I think what I'm going to end up doing I think I'm gonna cut this off right up here, right in front of this. I'm just gonna cut it off, bend it down, and then I can get back through here and maybe I can tell more about what's going on back through here. By the way, guys, like I said, don't do whatever I do because it'll get you hurt. Use common sense. Use your safety equipment. See, I ain't got any. I've got it, but I'm not using common sense. I've got gloves up there. I've got sleeves to go on my arms. I've got a face shield, all that stuff. It's up there in the garage. Doing me a lot of good. Don't be like me. Use that stuff. I've had these things to fly apart on me and got scars on my little belly right here. Little belly right here, where one of them flew apart and hit me in the stomach. It was like getting gut punched by the biggest bully you ever met. It didn't feel good. It hurt. Don't do it. Use your safety equipment. And make sure when you're doing this and there's so many sparks flying that you don't got any open gas sitting around anywhere, because those fumes will go up in a heartbeat. And here a few months ago, we had a neighbor down here at the front of the place where I live. He's working in the garage. I can't say what caused it, I don't know. But for whatever reason, the garage went up in flames and it went really quick. He wasn't able to get out. And if it was true what I hear through the grapevine, he had like burns over 80% of his body. He's doing all right now. I was told he was back to work. I don't know him personally. But, you know, make sure anything you got flammable is either in a closed container. This has got gas in it, but it's got lids on it, and it don't leak as far as I know. It ain't never yet. Got my air compressor sitting up there, it's got gas in it, it don't leak. It's far enough away, I don't think it would matter, but it's still got lids and stuff on it also. As far as, there is 2 gas jugs over there, but I know they're empty, because I just used them to fill up the walk behind the lawnmower. And I think I put some in one of the vehicles I had sitting here at one time that I didn't have tags on to drive it out and put gas in it, which I got rid of a few. I had about 12 vehicles. I'm down to about 6 now. So anyway, let's get back to cutting. When I'm cutting this, I want to be careful, because this part of the tongue runs on up to right here, where my thumb's at. I want to be careful because I don't want to cut into that too much. I could weld it back, but it's easier just not to cut it to start with. And that way, because when I put this new one on here, I got to have it there to weld too. And if I don't cut it, it's going to make it that much stronger. I can cut it and weld it back and it'll be strong enough to hold it, but it won't be as strong as it will be if I leave it in one piece. So I'm trying to be really careful not to cut into that part, because I don't want it cut. So here we go again. Every time I quit cutting, I always unplug that grinder with that cutting wheel on it so I don't pick it up, forget what I'm doing, and end up cutting myself. Alright. Looks like we got that part off. How about it? Yeah, that's a little warm too. Alright, now. I don't look like it's in all that bad shape. Just kidding. It looks horrible. Alright. Alright. I guess what I'm going to do now, guys, is put my thing back up. I'm going to cut right along through here on both sides and turn it into 3 pieces. It's easier to try to get one piece loose than try to get it all loose at one time. So that's my strategy. Good, bad, or ugly, I don't know yet. We'll find out, I guess. Another thing you want to do too, guys, when you're doing this, keep an eye on your cutting wheel. When it gets down to about 3/4 that you've used of the wheel, that's when you need to traipse there to the garage or wherever you got them and get you a new cutting wheel. Because when they get so small, the chances of them breaking become a whole lot greater. You don't want to break one. It hurts. Well, that's got that side cut loose. I mean, you know, from that part of it. But it's still not loose. That ain't what I meant. But it's a separate piece now from this and this. That's all one piece still yet. This is separate now. Cut this side, and then the next step I'd be going and getting my 4-pound dead blow hammer and a chisel, I guess, to see if I can chisel this, get some of it off of here, and make it better. See if I can figure out what to do to get it loose. Maybe I can chisel it up, get it somewhere to where I can cut again and get it loose. I'm not real sure. That's just one of them things. I'm playing it by ear to try to figure out how I'm gonna get it loose. I don't really know right off the bat. I was hoping when I started that by cutting it back here, that would be it. But nope, that's not it at all. Whatever's got a hold on it, it's still got a pretty solid hold on it. Let me bring you over here and show you what. See, this is where I cut it off. Looked pretty rough in there, yes. Right here, so I cut this two pieces apart. Actually, yeah. As you see, I've got down to this metal, but I was trying my best not to cut into that. Now I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Then I'm gonna take me a hammer and a chisel and go to chiseling this and prying it out. I think right there they've welded a hole. They had a hole there. I think they welded it to try to make it stronger. Well, it definitely worked. It's stronger. So I'm not sure. I can't get in there to cut that out the way I want to. So I'm thinking if I chisel around this and peel the metal out, when I get back to where they welded that, maybe I can cut through that weld, and then cut through this weld, and then it'll come off. And I think they welded it here on the top and right up here somewhere. Because there was, you could tell where the weld was before I cut it off. Like right here. See, there's what's left that I didn't get all the way cut out. There's a weld here, weld here. Anyway, that's that. So, gotta be a whole lot more work yet, I'm afraid. All right, gonna go for right now. Maybe there'll be a part 2 of this video.